Hello everyone, this is me, your teacher, and today we're going to start talking about Unit 3. This is the first lesson of Unit 3 for English 1. The unit is called Where and When. So, of course, we're going to be talking about places and time. We're going to learn how to describe places, important places in the town, and how to say where they are, right? And that is what we're going to focus today. So, the first exercise that we have here, okay, this exercise is called streets, okay? And we have 4 different images, A, B, C, and D. And here we have things that we can find in those pictures. I want you to look at the images and try to find things from the box, okay, in each image. Take a couple of minutes. You can pause the video, remember, to try to look for these things in the pictures. So let's see. In which image can we find cars? Of course, in A and C. There we have some cars, right? Taxis. A, we have one there, right? A church. Where can we find a church? This one, right? Here, there's a church. Houses. We have houses over here, right? Different colors. People. Here we have people. Here we have people walking. And here we have a lot of people, right? Lots and lots of people. We call this place something crowded, a crowded place with lots and lots of people. Where can you see some shops? Here we have shops. This looks like a market, right? A mosque, a very interesting building. Here we have a mosque. Flats or apartments, which are the same word. These ones, right? They might be flats or maybe those ones over here. Very old buildings. Nowadays, flats look very different, right? Where can you see a tree? Image B. Here we have a tree, right? A cafe. Here we have a cafe. A place where people go and can eat and drink things, yes? And bicycles. Can you see the bicycles? Here we have the bicycles, right? Good. Now, exercise B. What are the singular and plural forms of each of these words? I want you to write a table on your notebooks with singular and plural forms. Yes? So you're going to write your table for a car and cars, a taxi, taxis. Do the same with the rest of the words. Now let's check. I'm going to play the recording and write the answers next in that post-it, okay?
Track 45.
A car,
Cars.
a taxi,
taxis,
A church.
churches,
A house.
houses,
A person.
people,
A shop.
shops,
A mosque.
mosques,
A flat.
flats,
An apartment.
apartments,
A tree.
trees,
A cafe.
cafes,
A bicycle.
bicycles.
Very good. Very, very good. Here you have both singular and plural forms. Okay? Remember, important one. We never say persons. We always say people. A person, one person, and people. Right? Now, a second thing that you have to notice is that for every single word we use the word a except for the word apartment. What's the difference between these words and apartment? House, person, shop, mosque, cafe, and apartment. In this case, this word starts with a vowel, A. You have M, S, P, H, C, right? But the word apartment starts with a vowel A. So in that case, instead of using a apartment, we're going to say an apartment. Okay? Apartment and flat is the same. Flat is more common in British English. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, so here we have a very important grammar feature that we use to describe what things are or aren't in a place or town, right? We use it to talk about places, yes? And the location of some places. So, here we have some sentences. We use there is with singulars and we use there are with plurals. That is why it is important for you to understand the difference between singular and plural. For example, here we have there's a church. There's a church, right? There's a big mosque. There's a big mosque. Singular. So, do you remember this from the picture? There's a church, a church, and there's a mosque, right? Now, the second example says there are nice cafes. There are nice cafes. There are lots of people. There are nice cafes, right? And there are lots of people, plural. Now let's see. Pause the video now and try to write sentences using there is or there are for the following items. Pause the video now and write the answers on your notebook. Good. So let's check. Number 1, there's a restaurant. Number 1, there's a restaurant. Another thing I didn't mention is that there's is the same as saying there is. Yes, this is the short form. You can say there's or there is. Okay? So number 1 is there's a restaurant. Number 2, there are 2 restaurants. There are 2 restaurants. 3, there are lots of cars. There are lots of cars. 4, there are 5 trees. There are 5 trees. 5, there's an old tree. Again, vowel, right? There's an old tree. Number 6, there's a nice cafe. There's or there is a nice cafe. There are lots of good cafes. There are lots of good cafes. There are flats and houses. There are flats and houses. And the last one, there's a big hotel. There's a big hotel. Very good. Now let's listen. Now we're going to listen to 4 people talking about the streets they can see. The streets. Yes? Listen and identify what do they say using the words from the box. So some of them, they are going to be talking about busy, nice, quiet, beautiful, or noisy streets. Try to copy or write the sentences that you hear in the listening. We are going to listen 2 times, okay?
Track 47. A.
There's a big mosque and there are big apartments and shops. There are always lots of cars, so it's noisy. But it's a nice street. I like it.
B.
It's a very quiet street. There are old houses and trees, and there are nice cafes, but no cars.
C.
It's a beautiful street. There are old houses and a few shops, and there's an old church.
D.
It's a noisy street. There are no cars, but there are lots of people. And there are lots of shops, so it's always busy.
We're going to listen again, okay?
Track 47. A.
There's a big mosque and there are big apartments and shops. There are always lots of cars, so it's noisy. But it's a nice street. I like it.
B.
It's a very quiet street. There are old houses and trees, and there are nice cafes, but no cars.
C.
It's a beautiful street. There are old houses and a few shops, and there's an old church.
D.
It's a noisy street. There are no cars, but there are lots of people. And there are lots of shops, so it's always busy.
So let's see. Do you have your answers ready? So in A, the person uses the expression noisy. It says, it's noisy. But the person also uses the expression, it is nice street, right? It is noisy and it is nice. B, it is a very quiet street. The opposite of noisy. Quiet and noisy, right? There are nice cafes. There are nice cafes. C, it says it's a beautiful street. It's a beautiful street. The word beautiful, right? And the last one says it is a noisy street. Noisy street. Yes. And he also says it is always busy because there are a lot of shops. So it means that there are lots of people. When we say a place is busy, right? Lots of people, lots of cars maybe, right? Lot of things going on. Good. Now, can you do activity B in this case? And try to think about how is your street. Just write 2 or 3 sentences about the street where you live, right? And then I'm going to ask you in our next session. My street is very quiet, very, very quiet. There are nice trees, lots of nice trees, right? Outside houses, and we have a small shop near, but it's very quiet, except on Saturdays because of the market, the local market, right? In that case, then we have more cars going on, but in general, very quiet. Now, write sentences about your street. Let's continue. Now, we're going to be talking about places. Yes, specific places in a town. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images of people at different places in town. You have 2 people, 1 person, another person, another person, another person, right? They are all talking on the phone, if you pay attention. All of them are having conversations, yes? Can you identify the place where they are? Do you have similar places in your town? Now, we're going to listen and read the conversations that we have here. We have 2 different conversations, Aki and Amy, and then Alex and Joe. So what I want you to do is to identify which image represents each of the conversations. Okay?
Track 48.
1,
Hi, it's Aki here.
Hi, where are you?
I'm at the station.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay, so in which image is there a woman in a train station maybe? Or a station? Picture D, right? There we can see the train or the metro. So she is at the station. Yes? Good. This is an airport, so don't be confused. Station and an airport. Let's listen to the second conversation.
2,
Hi, Joe. It's me, Alex.
Oh, hi, Alex. Where are you?
We're at a cafe. It's the Cafe Metro.
Oh, okay. See you there.
Okay. Which image is representing this conversation? Very good. Image A, right? They are at a cafe. And here you can see the word we, right? So in this case, it's the only picture in which there are 2 people, right? So we are at a cafe, right? At the Cafe Metro. Now, pay attention to a detail. This is a very simple detail, but it's very important, okay? Here she says, I'm at the station, and here he says, I'm at a cafe. Yes? Now, what's the difference, or what are the different uses? The use of the article the is very specific. Is when we talk about specific places. So, when we use the word the, for example, I am at the hospital, I am at the station, I am at the airport, at the, it's because we all know the place, right? The specific place, or because there is only one in town. Yes. So for example, if I'm in Santiago and I say I'm at the airport, we all know that in Santiago there's only one airport. Yes. So I'm at the airport. Now, the word a instead, when I say I am at a cafe, is unspecific. It's more general. Yes, general. This is specific, right? So in that case, we can say that there are lots of similar places in town. So a cafe, it can be any cafe, right? Yes. Or maybe I am at a restaurant, right? Or at a park. Yes, those are common places that we have in many parts of our town. Yes, there's not only one of them. Good. Now, where are the people in the other pictures? Try to look for the place in which each person in the images is. For example, picture A, we know that is at a cafe, right? At a cafe. In B, the man is in a restaurant. Yes, he is at a restaurant. C, she is at the airport, right? She is at the airport. The airport. Specific. In D, the woman there is at the station as well. The station. Specific. And the last one says, image, is at the cinema. So probably there's only one cinema in that city. Yes? Good. Now, we're going to do the last activity of this section, right? When we talk about how to locate places in a map. Here we have a map with different important points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have some reference points, puntos de referencia, right? With station here, the cinema, a hotel, another cinema, right? And the bus station. And we have the names of the streets. Green Street, New Street, King Street, Old Street. What's the name of your street? Think about that. Now, try to find 3 different cafes on the map. I'm going to read with you, okay? Number 1 says, Dino's, a small Italian cafe. It's expensive, but they have good ice cream and very good coffee. It is in Green Street, near the station. So we're going to go to Green Street. Where is Green Street? Over here. And we're going to find the station. So which number is Dino's? Number 1, right? Dino's is number 1. It's near the station. Number 2, Mike's is in the center, next to the Adelphi Cinema. They have coffee, drinks, and sandwiches. There's a nice quiet garden next to the cafe. So that's fine. Adelphi Cinema and Mike's is next to the Adelphi Cinema. Over here, right? So it would be number 5. Yes? Are you following me? This is Mike's. The last one says, Cafe Metro is in King Street. Near the bus station, drinks and coffee are cheap, so it's usually busy. There's a lot of people there, right? It's busy. So Cafe Metro is in King Street, over here, and it's near the bus station. So it would be number 9. Dino's 1, Mike's 5, and Cafe Metro is 9. Now, if you pay attention here, the difference between near and next to. We use the word next to talk about places that are 1 besides the other one, like number 6 and the cinema maybe, right? Or number 5 and Adelphi Cinema. They are right beside one another. They're neighbors, right? Close neighbors. Now, the word near is to talk about places that are close, but not necessarily one next to the other. The case number 1 and the station, and number 9 and the bus station. We don't say near to. We don't say my house is near to the supermarket. That's incorrect. We say my house is near the supermarket, or my house is next to the supermarket. Okay? Very good. Now, final activity. Here we have a conversation using the vocabulary that we have studied. What I want you to do is to complete the sentences with the words that you need. So please pause the video and complete the sentences. Are you ready? Now I will show you the answers.
Track 49.
Hi, where are you?
I'm at Cafe Metro.
Where's that?
It's in King Street, near the bus station.
Okay, see you there.
Let's listen again.
Track 49.
Hi, where are you?
I'm at Cafe Metro.
Where's that?
It's in King Street, near the bus station.
Okay, see you there.
So we have the question, where are you? I'm at Cafe Metro. Where is that? Or where's that? Yes? It is in. That's the preposition that we use to talk about streets. It is in King Street, near the bus station. It's near the bus station. Okay? And then we have see you there. They are going to meet there. Very good. So, as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate and write me back to my email. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.